Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day everybody. Short briefing on our first laboratory Rockwell Hardness Test. Okay, there are several mechanical properties of material. Okay, some important mechanical properties of material is strength, stiffness, hardness, ductility and toughness. Okay, to get these material properties of material, we need to do tests for each material. Okay, and for the testing, okay, normally following any standard of testing. Okay, one of the standard is American Society for Testing and Material, ASTM, which are very popular. And then there are also other type of standard, which BS for British Standard, and for Malaysia, MS, Malaysia Standard. Okay, about the hardness test. Hardness test is the measurement of resistance to localized plastic deformation. Okay, e.g. Small dent or scratch on the material. Okay, to do the test, it's just by applying a non-force on a indenter to the material. Okay, the indenter is very small normally. And then after remove the load, okay, just measure the size of the indenter. Okay, that's how the hardness test. Okay, so for material which will have the larger or deeper indent. Okay, and from this, the lower hardness number for that material. Okay, for high hardness material, which is the material have the resistance to plastic deformation. Okay, plastic deformation is a permanent deformation on a material. Okay, and then for the material with high hardness, it have the better wear properties. Okay, you can see below that the hardness of a material, different hardness for each class of material. Okay, normally plastic have the lowest hardness. Okay, following by aluminium and also bases, and diamond is the hardest material. Okay, hardness test is used extensively in industry, okay, especially for QC. Why? Because it is simple and inexpensive. Okay, just use the machine, using a small indenter to the material, and then measure the indenter size. Okay, so it is non-destructive. Okay, you can still use the material after the hardness test. Okay, other mechanical properties often estimate from the hardness data, such as a tensile strength. Okay, by using the hardness, and then we can estimate the strength, the tensile strength of the material. Okay, then general procedure of hardness test. First, press the indenter. Okay, the indenter is very small into the metal surface with particular force. And then after press the indenter, withdraw the indenter away from the material. Then lastly, just measure the hardness by measuring depth or size of the indentation. Okay, just a simple step. Okay, there are several type of testing for hardness: Brinell, Vickers, Knoop, and Rockwell. Okay, for Brinell test, okay, you just use the indenter with the shape of sphere, okay, 10 millimeter sphere indenter. Okay, and then indent the ball to the material. Okay, and then after that, just measure the diameter of the indented surface on the material. Okay, to get the HP is hardness for Brinell. Okay, just use the 2P to time the load, and then over pi d and okay, so and more. Okay, using this number, you can get the properties for hardness Brinell. Okay, for Vickers, using the diamond pyramid. Okay, this is the shape, and then after that, just measure the size of the indented surface, and you can calculate the hardness, Vickers hardness for the material. And then Knoop, almost same with the Vickers. Okay, just the shape is a bit different. And then this is the formula to get the knob hardness for the material. And then lastly for Rockwell, okay, Rockwell test. Okay, Rockwell test using the diamond cone. Okay, diamond cone with several different size. Okay, apply to the material, and then get the depth of the indented. Okay, there is also several load for the for using the Rockwell. Okay, this is example to determine the load and also the type of indenter to the surface. Okay, there is a handbook about how which one to use for which material. Okay, normally for sulfur material, we just use a smaller load, and then for harder material, using the higher load of the indenter. Okay, this is the well hardness tester we have in our material lab. And then, okay, the procedure, as I said before, just using the force indent on the surface, and then just measure the depth of the material of the indented of the indenter. Okay, that's all. Okay, the learning outcome for this lab is first, explain the importance of hardness test in engineering via online video. Second is to present the typical hardness test by using the Rockwell hardness tester. Okay, and the last learning outcome is to compare the Rockwell hardness value of different type of material. Okay, that's all. Thank you.